Welcome back. During the month of May, we're spotlighting members of the Asian American Pacific Islander community who are making a difference right here in the Bay Area. Judge Roger Chan has been working for more than 2 decades with young teens who find themselves getting in trouble with the law. He's also the first openly LGBTQ Asian American appointed to the San Francisco Superior Court. Chronon's Amanda Hari spoke with him about his life and work.
Judge Roger Chan spends his days here in the courtroom. He presides over family, dependency, and juvenile justice cases, helping to give young people a chance to start over.
I think that at the end of the day, what I will be most proud of is the extent to which I may have had a positive impact on somebody's life.
Born in Los Angeles, Judge Chan grew up in diverse cultures. His grandfather was a Chinese immigrant and his mother of Korean descent. He says he grew up a shy kid and hated public speaking. No one in his family expected him to be where he is today.
It kind of all clicked together in law school, and I found this area of law that really felt like an opportunity to make a difference.
That area is working with juveniles. Judge Chan launched his career in law after making his way to the Bay Area for college, attending UC Berkeley and then UC Hastings College of Law.
There is a responsibility for everyone involved in touching that young person's life to be a responsible adult, to be a role model, to provide guidance.
Judge Chan started out as a public defender in San Francisco, then in Alameda. In 2009, he started the East Bay Children's Law Offices in Alameda. In 2016, he was appointed to the Superior Court by then Governor Jerry Brown.
I think being the first out gay Asian American on the court is a tremendous honor and a responsibility to the communities. I think the court system, the judiciary, is stronger when the people who come to court see that the judges look like them.
Judge Chan says he was lucky enough to have someone to look up to, the first Chinese American judge in the Bay Area, Justice Harry Lowe.
Justice Lowe was a pioneer for me as an Asian American role model, and he was actually at my swearing-in ceremony when I became a judge. But I recognize that I stand on the shoulders of other people who created opportunity for me.
Judge Chan says he always remains neutral on the bench, but he thinks his experiences as a public defender and his cultural background helps him to be a better judge.
I think that diversity of experience maybe allows me to see something that someone else might not see. It's really important that people who come to court feel like they've been listened to, they've been seen.
Judge Chan says he strives to treat everyone who comes into the court with dignity and respect.
I'm grateful to the community that I serve. I feel very fortunate with where I am in my life.
Amanda Hari, Chron 4 News.